programming. From the perspective of object-oriented programming, if you want to do any task, if you want to develop any application, if you want to do any program, that should be considered as the basic unit of any program should be considered as a class only. So definitely when we have started the Java programming and the object oriented programming, so we can need to declare the class. So what the class actually and what the class contains. Actually class is a template for creating an object. Okay, it is actually class contains the several objects, and what class will have the class which have the state and as well as behavior, and we get in simple terms a class which have the variables or properties and methods. A class, any class in the real time, whatever the entities will be existed in that, if you want to automate the real time application for that entity, whatever the characteristics will be existed, whatever the behavior will be performed by that entity, we can declare those as a state and as well as behavior. And these state and behavior which is commonly, those variables, those properties will be commonly shared by the different objects. The data will not be accessed, but the methods and variables declaration should be commonly accessed by the different objects. That's why we have said that we can justify that class is a collection of class is a template for creating an object which defines a state and a behavior, and a class is a group of objects that share the some properties, same collection of properties and methods. Okay. In Java, without class, I can't declare anything. So without class, I can't do anything. In Java, everything should be encapsulated under class only. Okay. So we have read that class is a collection. It will be a template or blueprint that describes the behaviors or states of particular entity. For example, if I would like to automate the vehicle related application, then vehicle is a class which have some properties like vehicle name, vehicle weight, vehicle model. So that type of properties will be there. If I am taking a fruit as an entity, I would like to automate the fruit related applications. Then I can fruit name, fruit type, fruit color. So which describe the behavior, and if required, what is the logic, what is the task should be performed by that application also I can include. And what the class contains? A class may contains the variable data, a class may contain the method, a class may contains the constructor. All these should be possible in the class. A class may contain the block also. And how the class will be defined? We can define the class with a keyword called, with an access modifier called class followed by the class name, class followed by the class name, and whatever the variables you want, we can declare those variables. So int, type is int, string, character, double, whatever it may be, we can declare those types and followed by variable names. If you can also, if the first variable is an int, second variable is a string, you can separately declare all those separated by the commas. Similarly, n variables you can declare. So here class followed by the class name, open brace, whatever the variables we want, declare those variables, and it must perform some logic. So we can also declare the method. Before method, whatever the return type it have, we can declare the type of the method, and if the method have any parameters, we can declare the parameters, open brace and closed brace. And similarly n number of methods we can declare. Again I can recap, class followed by the class name, open brace, type instance variable 1, type instance variable 2, up to 18 instance variables, and type whatever the methods you want, we can add the methods also. body of the method. And I can give for this, I can write very simple application. I can just open the text editor notepad. So we have seen the class syntax. Class very define class. So what the class have? Class keyword. The class name is first, and we need to declare the variables. Declare variables. At number of variables you may declare. You may declare the n number of variables. So what is the content syntax is type variable name. If the second variable also belongs to the same type, then you can separate with the comma and you can declare the variable name. Variable. So for this I would like to declare two variables, int a comma b, and I want to declare another type of variable like double. Double is a data type with the d, and I want to declare one more data type, int ace. Here also int a comma b comma ace we may declare, and we can declare int space ace. This is just we have defined a class with a collection of variables a comma b, which belongs to a type called integer type, and d is a variable which belongs to a type called double type. Age is a variable again which belongs to a type called integer type. So first we have came to a conclusion how to declare the variables, instance variable of particular class. Next, continue with that. How to declare a method also. What is the method signatures? So method also we have. If I would like to, it is a open begin the class. Begin class and close class. So here only within the open brace and closed brace only, whatever the properties you want to declare, those properties can be defined in the open brace and closed brace. And now I would like to declare a method. Declare very simple method, just it is for identification only. I am adding declare a method. What is the method? First we can define the method signature is return type. If I don't want any return type, use a keyword called void. Void indicates your method does not return any value. And method name, the method name is display. So very simple example only. I don't want to execute this. Just I would like to give the signature. How the signature of your class will be there. The signature is class name. Begin the class with the open brace. Begin the class with the open brace and declare the variables. Type, variable name and n number of variables. If the variables are belongs to the same type, you can declare in the single line int a comma b comma ace, or you can also int a comma b in the single line and int ace in the another line, and one more data variable called that belongs to a data type double. And how we can declare and how we can add methods to class. How we can add methods? The signature is type. The type may be void. If the method does not return any value, then we can declare the type as a void, followed by name of the method and parameters. Parameters list. You can open the method and you can close the method. And here I can write whatever the logic will be there, just I can write here. This is a basic syntax of how the class will be there. And now you can add, I can give you one task, create student class with roll number and name as a state. State means it will be variables, and the activity is display. Display marks is an activity performed by the student. It is a behavior, and display marks as a behavior which have some logic. So what we need, create a student class with roll number and name as a states, which is variables, and display marks as a behavior. So any class, if you are going into the yes, I can open this. Any class which have two things. One is a class name, any class which have the name, and it have one more thing, state, and as well as behavior. Any class that have the class name followed by the variable names and behavior will be required. So this is the basic thing. So this is my class. It is a class which have the one thing is class name, and one more thing is separated by the what it have class name. What it have class name, and followed by the class name followed by what it have variables. That is variables, or we can also call it as a state. Variables are state, and here it have the third one is behavior or method. Behavior or method. So class name, and here what are the example we have taken? We have taken an example called, I can take one more example, that is there is a class called, what is that class? I have taken a class employee class. I am taking a class called employee, and here I can take a variables. What the characteristics of employee have? The employee have EID, the employee have E-name. Before that you can, if it is Java programming, before that you can also specify the type int EID, and name means it may be a character array or it may be a string type. So string name, and what are the activities will be done by the employee. Teach a class. Suppose I can write an activity done by the class employees teach with, and what it written, it may written, it does not return any value. For that reason I am taking or I may consider this is, before that I can consider a return type called void teach. So it is actually a basic syntax. This is the syntax: class name, variable, behavior, and it will be comes under the example. And similarly, if you want to take one more, what is the example I am telling? Create a student class with a roll number. What is the keyword? Class. What is the class name? Student. And what is the next one? I would like to take two variables in a roll number. I can't give like this. In roll number, comma name I can't give because name belongs to a string type, another data type, and roll number belongs to the integer data type. So I can't declare both in a single data type. Int roll number and string is a class string name. So according to my requirement, roll number and name will be declared. And now what we need to add? We can add the behavior. Add methods. Technically, it will be add methods. So what is the method? Display marks. Display marks. It does not have any parameters. Just it have a no return type. You can open the method and close the method, then close. In the student class, two properties, roll number, name, and you want marks. Anyway they specified. So double, I can take marks because of roll number, comma. Anyway, we are writing a method called display marks. So I have taken roll number, name, and marks. And what is the method we have added? Add one method, display marks. Why? So very simple. And class will have only single method? No. There are n number of methods will be there. So you want to add what more? Void details. Void details is one method. Here I can print. Here I can print only name and marks, and here I can print roll number and marks. Here I can print in the details. Print. I am just writing comments. Print number and name. And what you can display here in the display marks, in that activity I can print number and marks. So this is the way for adding the class with roll number, marks, and two methods, details with no return type. And display marks, do you want the return type? Then you can erase with this. And marks is a double. We can add the type as double, and finally I can return the, in the C language also, if the method is having any return type, how we can double display marks, the return marks will be there. So in this way we can add the classes. Now I would like to, okay, we have a basic syntax: class, student, and roll number, name, marks, details, display marks, everything should be fine. And how we can save the program, how we can compile? So save as, I can write it as a theory, and I can leave all this, I can erase all this. Just I want to put what is the class name? Student with details, print number and name. How we can print it? You want to print, how we can print? Then you can go to statement system.out.println. In the C language it is a printf. In Java, to printing any variable or anything, you can use a system.out. System is a class, within that out is an object, system.out and println belongs to the method, and use the double quotes. And what I would like to print, no, just I can simply print the roll number plus number. Very simple task I want to print. System dot out dot println name marks, like it's added as a save the program, save as. I have saved the program as student.java. You can save the program as filename.java, student.java. Now open your command prompt. In D drive I have this Java C compilation student.java. Can't find the symbol. Why? Because here I have directly printed number, but how I have declared roll number I have declared. So roll number. The error is I have used the number, but in my program I didn't declare number. I have declared as a roll number. Again I can compile Java execution. Java is a two-way system. We know that, and how we can execute Java file name student. It is not generating. What it is generating? Main method not found in class student. Please define the main method as public static void main of string args, or JavaFX application class must extend JavaFX.application. So that meaning is, okay, everything the syntax wise the program will be correct. We have declared class successfully and we have declared the variables. We have used the method. It is okay. So compilation also compile my program successfully. In the compilation which converts our source code into bytecode. Very fine. It will be successfully. But when I am trying to execute Java space student, yes, public static void main will be required. So definitely whenever we want to execute a class, so always the execution will be started from the main method. Main method is required and followed by for this class. If you want to access the class, so already in the definition point of view, starting I have shared class is a template for creating an object which defines its states and behavior. Yes, whenever really you want to use the class, so in that type, we need to create object. So without object, the class can't be worked. So whenever you would like to access a student class, so for that there will be one more thing will be required. Object creation is required. So in the next continue class, we can see how we can create the object and how we can access the student along with their roll numbers, name, marks and details function. I can continue in the next video class. Thank you one and all. If you have any doubts, you may uh, put the comment in the comment section, or you may put the mail to me. Thank you one and all.